If your sales team feels like they're just checking boxes, or worse, hiding from their manager, you don't have a motivation problem, you have a cultural problem. And no, it's not about adding ping pong tables or offering Friday pizza. In this video, I'm gonna show you what a winning sales culture actually looks like, why most leaders get it wrong, and how to fix it starting today. I've seen it too many times. The team has targets, tools, and even decent training, but something still feels off. Reps aren't engaged. Managers feel like babysitters. Everyone's just going through the motions. And when that happens, the pipeline slows, not because the leads are bad, but because the energy behind them is gone. The follow-ups stop, the urgency fades, and deals stall. That's not a sales process problem. It's a bad sales culture problem. Make sure you stick around because I'm going to show you what's really going on and how to turn it around before it costs you even more. So what's actually going wrong when sales culture fails? From what I've seen across dozens of teams, there are three clear symptoms that show up first. The first symptom is perks are present, but performance is missing. Flexible work hours, casual dress codes, and team lunches don't make a great culture. I've seen companies with all of that and still no accountability. That's like putting a fancy paint job on a car with no engine. It might look great from the outside, but it's not going anywhere. The second symptom is reps hide the truth instead of seeking help. When reps miss targets, leaders often default to blaming the individual. But here's what I see in bad sales cultures. Reps don't share when they're struggling. They avoid coaching. They quietly cover up bad weeks. That's not laziness, that's fear. And the fear is shaped by leadership. When a rep feels they need to fudge their numbers, it's often not a rep issue, it's a culture issue. They're reacting to how leadership handles failure. It's like expecting players to improve while you're yelling from the sidelines. If they don't trust the coach, they'll stop listening altogether. And the third symptom is everyone's just checking boxes. I've worked with companies that had strong playbooks and clear KPIs, but still struggled with rep engagement. Why? Because culture isn't just the what, it's the how. That's like handing someone a perfectly drawn map, but forgetting to tell them they're allowed to ask for directions. They're still lost. So what does a winning sales culture actually look like? Here are 5 things I see in top performing teams across industries. First, clear values that actually get used. The best cultures don't just put values on a poster. They use them in decisions, hiring, and performance reviews. If your values don't show up in one-on-ones or team meetings, they're not guiding anything. A winning culture brings them to life. Second, accountability that feels fair, not forced. In high-performance teams, reps know what's expected and they own it. But here's the difference. Accountability is mutual. Leaders set the bar, but they also coach, support, and celebrate wins. It's like training with a coach who pushes you because they believe in your potential, not because they want to catch you failing. Third, metrics are visible and meaningful. Winning cultures don't hide poor performance. They run towards it. Reps know how they're doing. Leaders use data to guide, not punish. Everyone's rowing in the same direction. Fourth, coaching is consistent and welcome. In great cultures, coaching isn't just damage control, it's part of the rhythm. Just like pipeline reviews or team stand-ups, it sends a message. This company invests in you, not just your quota. Fifth, wins are celebrated and failures are learning moments. Reps feel safe sharing what worked and what didn't. That safety leads to honesty, and honesty fuels improvement. Think of it like a locker room after a big game. You celebrate together, and if you lose, you regroup without pointing fingers. If you want to create a winning sales culture, here's what to focus on. Define your values and use them in real conversations, not just onboarding slides. Create a culture of mutual accountability, set the bar, and support your team in reaching it. Make metrics visible and talk about them openly. Coach consistently, not just when performance dips. And make sure your team feels safe enough to share both wins and mistakes, because that's where the real growth happens. Culture isn't a vibe, it's a system. And when you build it right, performance follows. And remember, your sales culture is only as strong as what you, as a CEO, consistently reinforce. If you're working on building a strong sales culture, the next step is making sure you hire people who can actually thrive in it. In my next video, I'll walk you through a proven step-by-step process for hiring the right salespeople the first time. You'll learn how to avoid the costly mistakes most CEOs make and how to spot real selling ability instead of just impressive interview skills. So if you're ready to build a team that performs, not just shows up, check it out now. And when, oh my gosh, I just literally can't read. And what, when.